What's up, everyone? All right, so here we are, first day of 2019, finishing in the green, up $2,030.12. I am happy about that. So I've got my new calendar, 2019. So making it official, first day right there, 2,000 bucks. This is good. You know, last year, last January 2nd, I lost 4,000 bucks. So this is a much better start than last year. However, I finished last January with over $117,000 in total profits, despite starting with a red day. So, you know, if this day is any indication, maybe this month is going to be a little bit more just steady green and not a big blowout. But we'll see. You know, it really depends on what we get from the market in terms of action. If the market, you know, is a little choppy, we see stocks pop up but then fade, then I'm just gonna have to make do with $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 days. I'm not gonna get those big $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 back-to-back green days unless we have a stock that goes parabolic. You know, goes from $2 to $20 in 2 days. But if we have something like that, I'm ready to step up to the plate and build my cushion for 2019. All right, so any questions or comments on today's trades, as usual, leave them below. I'll come back through and answer them later this afternoon, and I'll see you all first thing tomorrow morning. And don't forget to use the coupon code to save 40% on anything store-wide at Warrior Trading. The Warrior Starter, the Warrior Pro, or the Inner Circle. All right, so go to warriortrading.com. You'll see the drop down with the New Year's Eve holiday specials. All right, I'll see you guys in the chat room first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. This is our first day of 2019, and I'm going to finish the morning here up $2,030.12. So I'm going to write it in my new calendar for 2019, first day. So day 1 plus $2,030 and what was it, 12 cents. All right, not bad. It's a good start to the year. Last year, I started with a $4,000 day on January 2nd, so I'm certainly happy here just to be starting in the green. Now, you can see I traded 3 different stocks, and I took a total of 4 trades, and I had 4 winners. So starting off with 100% accuracy is also pretty nice, but it didn't push it. I wasn't super aggressive. I didn't have a single winner bigger than about $700. And, you know, I think that is kind of a reflection of the market that we're in right now. It's been, we finished December with a little bit of choppiness. I made about $10,000 last week, which was good, but not really what I would have expected for December. Typically, December is a really strong finish for me. And this year it was just kind of like, you know, a little slower. So I decided today that I would focus on just taking a few trades that I thought had a really high percentage of confidence in, that I really thought would work well, and not overstay my welcome and not be overly aggressive. And that ended up working out really well. We're going to have probably about 250 trading days in the year, depending on how many days I take off, maybe 240, 245, something like that. So, you know, if I can average $2,000 a day, you know, right, I'm right at another $500,000 year. And, you know, that would be kind of a nice target. So this is a totally good, acceptable day. This is actually a great day. There will be a few days this year where I end up blowing it out of the water with 15, 20, maybe even $30,000 of profit. But those are the outliers. There will only be a few days like that. Most days are going to look kind of like this, anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 or $4,000 of profit. Those are average days. An average red day could be anywhere from $1,000 in the red to hopefully not more than $3,000 or $4,000 in the red. And that's certainly a goal for me to try to, you know, keep those red days as minimal as possible and the amount as small as possible. So today, you know, it's a new year, but really, you know, nothing different. Today started just like any other day would start by looking at the gap scanner. So we're going to go look at the historical scan here from 9:25 a.m. So this morning at 9:25, the watch list, or the stocks that were gapping up, we had RHE, which you can see I made 1,200 bucks on, PRAN, which I didn't trade, ABAC, I didn't trade that, MRT, no trades, JUST, DLHC, not much volume, and CCL. There, I traded that one. So the only stock that I traded today that wasn't on this scanner was MRIN. But these two, CCL and RHE, they were both right off the scanners. So RHE, our leading gapper, gapping up 1,000%. Wow, that's a huge gap. Well, that's kind of weird because it doesn't actually look like a gap on the chart. The reason it's showing as that kind of gap is because it was a 12-to-1 reverse split. So companies do this all the time. And so this was a reverse split. And so yesterday it was priced at, I don't know, 10 cents or something like that, 8 cents. And now reverse split, boom, and it's priced up here at $1.50. I was watching it for a possible trade. I honestly wasn't sure it was going to work very well. It's not the first trade I took. I'll go over the first one in just a second. But you know, it ended up giving us some opportunity, but as you can see, it was very whippy, up, down, up, back down. So in that volatility is opportunity for profit, right? But it just wasn't the absolute easiest one that I've ever seen. You can see it's, you know, now actually red on the day. So I'll go over that one in a second. CCCL was the other one on the gap scanner, up 22%. This one I liked for a retest of the previous day's high. You know, yesterday it made this move up to $1.95, and then pre-market it was up at $2.09, dipped down and surged up here. This is my first trade of the day, jumping in it at just under $2. So let me sort this by time. So CCCL bought at 2 and 201 with 6,000 shares and sold it at 204, 204, and 205. Not the most exciting trade, right? Just a quick little scalp. When the bell rang, it was kind of interesting because it popped up to 2 and there was a 90,000 share seller on the ask at $2. It drops all the way back down to 181. And as it curls back up, I said, you know what? If that seller gets bought up, I'll jump in there. And that's exactly what happened. The seller got bought up, it broke, and so I'm in at $2. It squeezes up to $2.15 and then up to $2.22, which was nice. It does a little final push here up to a high of $2.35. So, you know, in hindsight, maybe I could have done better on it or even been a little more aggressive, but I just wanted to take my profit and be conservative. So first trade of the day, $243, which is, hey, you know, that's a green trade. That's a good start. But as far as it goes for me, that's a pretty small winner. So, and I didn't feel confident really getting back in. I was watching it right here, but this 1 minute micro pullback went from 23 up to 35. I mean, it's 12 cents, but I don't know. I ended up passing on it. So that one I didn't trade. And then RHE was the next trade. So RHE, the bell rings, and this one also popped up a bit. And I saw it pop up, and I was like, you know, I don't know, it's interesting. But then it drops back down, and I'm watching this 1 minute micro pullback here. As it breaks this level, which was 63, I jumped in, but I got filled at 71, 79, and then I added at 88. So I ended up actually getting in about 15 cents, well, about 12 cents higher than I really wanted. I was in right here. Squeezes up to a high of $2, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking for the break of 2, and then daily resistance is a 200 moving average, 283. Well, it doesn't end up breaking that level. I sell some at 96, 96, some at 84, and then stop out of the rest back down at 57. So on that first trade, I made about $500. Not a lot, but, you know, green. So now I'm 2 trades into the day, and I'm up only 700 on the day, which, you know, is definitely an indicator that the market is a little bit slow. So, you know, I'm kind of just keeping an eye on things. I'm not sure I want to keep trading, but watching how things are moving. And I see RHE come back up on the scanner here, or squeeze back up here. It hits a high of 87. It pulls back, and I decide to jump in right here as it breaks, as it's curling back up for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So I got in right here at 82, 85, and added at 89. So a little aggressive there. It pops and hits $2, and then boom, hits 208, and I ended up selling it at 99, 205, 94, and the rest back down at $1.60 when it dropped, here all the way back down to $1.52. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. This was not easy. I'm just gonna feel grateful that I'm green on the name. So on that trade, I made $700, which with 9,000 shares really isn't the best winner, but that's kind of the best I could do today. So now I'm up 1,200 on RHE, up 243 on CCL, or CCCL, and so I'm up like 1,500 on the day. Last trade, MRIN. All right, MRIN, this one hits our high day momentum scanner. So, once the bell rings, I'm not really watching the gap scanner anymore. I'm watching the high day Momo scanner. Pran was on there. I had been watching it possibly, but the bell rang, it popped up for a second and then sold off. So no trades there. That one I wasn't going for. CCCL on the scanner, ABAC ended up being on the scanner, making a decent move. That one I passed on as well. Cara, MRIN hits there. All right, so I see MRIN hit, and I decided on this one that I would go ahead and take a stab at it. It squeezes up to, let's see, I got in it right here. It squeezed up to a high of 585. It then pulled back right here. And as it broke back up over that level, that's where I jumped in at 82, 93, and 98. Again, a 9,000 share order, a little aggressive. It taps $6 and there's a big seller up at 6. It drops down to 83 and then pops up to 610, 615. And so I was like, all right, I got to unwind this position. So I'm getting out at 96, pretty much immediately losing, $60 on the ad at 98. But, it is what it is. And then sold the rest at 6, and 603 looks like my best exit there. So $537 on that one. So 4 trades, 4 winners, $2,000. That's the daily goal. $2,000 is my daily goal. Any day I can do that is great. If I'm up 1,500 or 1,800, I'll be happy with that. I'm not gonna get myself bent out of shape to try to hit the daily goal when 1,500 is still a great day. But 2,000 is the target. So I hit it today, and I'm happy with that. One stock that I didn't end up trading was ADIL. This one was kind of interesting. It was a daily setup. As you can see here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles kind of pulling back here. And this was the first candle to make a new high as it broke over 555. I saw it hit the scanner. It pops up to 553. It then pulls back. And I was kind of tempted to jump in right here. The volume was light. I wasn't sure it was going to work. I ended up passing. It squeezes up to 75, 25 cents. Missed that move, and then it pulls back. So when MRIN popped up, I was a little quicker to jump on it, thinking that, maybe this would give me an opportunity to get in on the early side. And you know what? This ended up hitting a high of 667. So, overall, we did see some action in the market, between RHE, CCCL, and MRIN. And I captured a little bit of profit for myself, and so I can be happy with that. But, I really didn't get quite as much as maybe I could have. I was quick to get out, and one of the things that we talk about a lot is, to know when to take your profit and, know when to walk away. And today I might have walked away a little earlier than I needed to, but that's okay. It's another green day. I can be happy with that. And I'll be back at first thing tomorrow morning. So, it's really just about building that cushion. It's the very beginning of the year. And, once I get myself a little more into the driver's seat, I can afford to hold and take, maybe a little more risk on some of these trades. All right, so anyways, that's it for midday recap. What I'm gonna do now is switch gears and go over 2018 year in review. So I'm gonna end the recap video and then post a new video for 2018 year in review. So any questions on today's video, those watching on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to leave comments below and I'll come back and answer them later on. Those in the chat room, we'll switch gears here and do 2018 year in review. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.